The training of students of the Jedi Order changed and evolved over its many millennia of existence. Throughout its history, though, the idea of a master and apprentice was consistent, though at times more than one apprentice could be taken by a single master. Training was harsh and difficult, consisting of nearly 2 decades of tutelage before an apprentice became a full-fledged knight. A Padawan is a Force-sensitive adolescent who has begun one-on-one instruction with a Jedi Knight or Master outside of the Jedi Academy. Having passed the initiate trials and ascended from the Dragon Clan in rank from an initiate, Padawans were given more responsibilities within the Jedi Order, but were subject to demands of their masters. A Padawan accompanied their master everywhere, unless seen unfit by the master, the simple tasks to dangerous missions, so that they learned from the experience and personal guidance. Continuing their studies outside of the temple, where they had previously spent their entire life, the transition was sometimes difficult, but it was just one more step along the Jedi path. Padawans typically maintain the Master-Padawan partnership for a decade, though no set timetable was set in place by the Council. Padawans would still take classes at the temple during their apprenticeship, though their schedules were far more flexible and they were not required to spend time at the temple to complete a course. Masters could also assign their apprentice to the temple while they took on a solo mission. During this time, a Padawan might take up an additional course or take a specialized one-on-one class with a temple instructor. While initiates focused on learning the basics of the control abilities, Padawans began to learn the intricacies of the sense tree of the Force. Using the ideas learned from the discipline of control, sense was used to sink deeper into the living Force and draw upon its energies to use the Force as another sense. Padawans were expected to wear standard Jedi robes as representatives of the entire order. While this standard was flexible, based on cultural views, discretion of missions, and their master's personal mandate, brown or gray tunic pants and robes with the addition of a utility belt and boots were required. A Padawan braid was also worn by Jedi Padawans who were of a species that grew hair on their heads, although some hairless Padawans fashioned braids out of silk beads and other materials. When a Padawan was declared a knight, the braid was shorn off by a lightsaber. If the Padawan is expelled from the order, the braid was ripped off instead. Jedi must follow a few rules in order to successfully obey the code. This includes being self-disciplined enough to overcome the temptation of arrogance, overconfidence, recklessness, aggression, and even curiosity. A Jedi must also be responsible, practicing honesty and keeping promises, with proper honesty and respect between Padawans and Masters. Finally, a Jedi honoring the code must participate in public service, defending the weak, offering aid and supporting others whenever it is needed. A Padawan demonstrates etiquette when recognizing a member of the Jedi, ranked Knight and up. The Jedi will initiate a bow as a formal greeting and will address the Jedi by either their rank or their prefix as Master. This has been tradition as the Jedi since their rising, as it is a sign of respect to those wiser than the Padawan, as well as recognizing the rank and role of the senior Jedi. As a member of Sokan, you are to respect and obey your masters, but don't have to be completely submissive. If something your master does violates the code and or the code core tenets, you can advise your master that what he or she is doing is wrong and report it to the council.